essence of the Passover night is telling the story of the Exodus from Egypt. The Sefer HaChinuch said the Exodus from Egypt is a great foundation and a strong pillar of our faith. But how much of the Haggadah really contains only the story of the facts themselves? We notice that on Passover night, in addition to the factual story, great emphasis is placed on thanking God for the great miracles. For example, we see giving thanks in the poem Dayenu, in eating the Passover sacrifice, and in reciting the Hallel. The Passover sacrifice is similar to a thanksgiving offering that must be eaten quickly and in a specific time. This actually compels people to invite their friends and eat with them. Together, they give thanks for a miracle that had been done for them. The Passover sacrifice is eaten in a group, collectively thanking God. Even today, when we don't have the Passover sacrifice, we sit and eat the meal together, which is essentially a Thanksgiving meal, as Rabbi Ronen Lubitsch says. On the Passover night, we recount how everything began with Paro's harsh decrees. Also, we relate to a broad view of history. In each generation, they stand against us to destroy us, but the Holy One, blessed be He, rescues us from their hand. שבכל דור ודור עומדים עלינו לכלותנו, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו מידם. The people of Israel have two types of threats, says Rabbi Yonatan Zaks. There's an external threat, like the enemies that exist in every generation, even today. And there's a more dangerous enemy. It's an internal enemy, a potential enemy that could be revealed within each of us. The external enemy is less dangerous simply because it causes us to turn to God, as described in the Haggadah. And we cried out to the Lord, the God of our ancestors. The result of this cry is that the Lord heard our voice and saved us. And then a connection was formed with God. There are no atheists in foxholes. When things are difficult and bad for us, we naturally turn to God. But the more difficult threat for us is when things are good. When things are good for a person, there is a great danger that they will forget God. Naturally, a person has a cognitive distortion that says, when things are bad, I turn to God. He's the only one who can get me out of this. When things are good for me, it's surely me. And where is God in all of this? When you have everything, it says in the Torah, beware lest your heart grow haughty and you forget your God, Hashem, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. Let's break this cognitive distortion. It's the same God. It's the same one who brought us out of Egypt when we were in trouble and cried out to Him. It's the same God who also does good for us when things are good and helps us with our economic and other successes. Of course, the good comes with our effort, with our talent, but it's God who gives us that strength. The best weapon against this eternal enemy, the pride that leads for forgetting God, is giving thanks. When we say thank you, we remind ourselves that the one who gave us good is God, and our gaze is directed upwards. May we always merit to see God's providence and His many miracles, and to thank Him for giving all of us, including our soldiers, strength to succeed, and through this to reach faith and connection to Him. Chag Sameach.